Good morning. We're going to read day 109 and then continue on with our day. This is catch up over the weekend. So let's do this. Day 109, celebrate recovery, falling trees. The verse is, He is like a tree planted by the streams of water, which yields its fruits in season, and whose leaf does not wither. Whatever he does prospers. Psalm 1 and 3. A friend of mine shared this insight with me. When I was a young boy, I would help my stepfather cut wood for the stove that heated our house. We always looked for dead trees to cut down. Once we found the tree we wanted, we would start sawing the trunk. It was slow going at first, but eventually we would saw all the way through and the tree would fall with great force. I've never, well, I've watched trees be, because it's like, we had one in our front yard that had to be taken down, but I've never taken part in that. That was one of the things that we just weren't allowed to do when we were growing up, but it is a process. It is a process. Let's see. But eventually we would saw all the way through and the tree would fall with great force. Yes, if you've never seen that, Google it because it's something. The interesting thing was that in the forest, it always hit other trees as it was coming down. Limbs on other trees would be knocked off as it fell. This story reminds me of one of the most devastating things to watch. Let's do that again. This story reminds me that one of the most devastating things to watch is a man or woman falling. Almost always others, wives, parents, children's friends, are hurt and damaged as well. I'm grateful that God has given us tools to mend not only our broken limbs, but also those caused by someone else's fall. If we are not willing to stick around or to stick with our recovery for our own sake, then we should do it for those around us, those who love us, those whose limbs are intertwined with ours. It's so rewarding to see them thriving as they watch us stand strong with God's help. The prayer is, Dear Father, thank you for helping me stand strong for the sake of those who love me and are watching my life. In Jesus' name, amen. That just I kind of stumbled in a couple of places because it kind of got me. And it's true. There's a lot of times the big thought in this is that we need to stay strong in our recovery because you never know who's watching you and watching your story. And you might be the excuse, and forgive that terminology because it's true, okay? There's never a reason to relapse. There's an excuse. Follow what I'm saying? But if you allow your excuse to cause you to relapse, there may be a bunch of other people, or there may be somebody that you don't even realize that is watching your life, that sees you fall and says, well, if they did it, I can do it too. And while you may be getting back up, they may not. So beware. beware and guard your heart, guard your peace, and with all of that, guard your recovery, because you are worth it. So are the people around you that are watching you, and you never know who they may be. So I thank you so very much for watching this. Try to not be long-winded when I do these, but it doesn't seem to always work. Have a great day. I'm Mayor's daughter. I love you oh so very much. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.